tare te mama aya jana pone padangara sowa. Tare te mama aya jana pone padangara sowa. Mama jana pone padangara sowa. Om dare de mama jana pone padangara sowa. Om dare de mama jana pone padangara sowa. Om dare de mama jana padangara sowa. Om dare de mama jana pone 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 padangara sowa. Om dare de jana pone padangara sowa. Om dare de mama 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 jana pone padangara Mama jana pone padangara Elizabeth David Kimingara mo Rinpoche Swati na degree da hondo tem degree mari don zuma da donio mo da ba tendo to ta ten ta an lo mai no la ten ma wa ti sho be yue to ni ai di ni ju to Sare Tare Mama Aya Jara Pole Pare Gara Sowa Dare De Mama Aya Jara Pole Pare Gara Sowa Dare De Mama Aya Jara Pole Pare Gara Tare Mama Aya Jara Pole Pare Karo Sowa 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 Om Tare Mama Aya Jara Pole Pare Karo Sowa 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 Tare Mama Aya Jara
We are on, I'm assuming page 1 of the 8.5 by 11 version of the text and page 2, line 2 of the Tibetan style text. In the transcendent concourse, the embodiment of all the Buddhas, Dharma, and Sangha, wayfaring beings and I take refuge and generate the mind of awakening. In a jeweled vessel appears the Dharma, like cumulus clouds of sensory pleasures. I turn it over to you guardians of the directions, domestic and local gods and harmful spirits who are karmic predators. Abandoning harmful intent, it is fitting that you accomplish being's benefit and happiness. I manifest as the exalted lady. The radiance from my heart shines forth throughout the 10 directions, becoming an invincible sphere of protection. Again, white light radiates to the Buddha fields of the 10 directions and becomes an invitation to the transcendent congress Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas. With reverence I prostrate and make outer, inner, and secret offerings. I confess misdeeds and rejoice in virtue. I exhort the Buddhas to act for the welfare of beings and to remain always. I dedicate all virtue for great awakening. The field of accumulation dissolves into me. May all wayfaring beings have happiness, freedom from all suffering, and impartial equanimity. From within the continuity of emptiness appears the sacred place, the realm of Upanishad. Therein is an immeasurable ornamented palace and a precious woodland with trees adorned by strands of jewels and blue lotuses. In the center of the palace is an excellent jeweled throne with lotus and moon, in the center of which stands a thumb syllable. Light radiates from it, accomplishing the two benefits. Through the transformation of the Dham, I appear as a beautiful, brilliant white wish-granting japa. My right hand is in the gesture of supreme generosity. The left holds a white lotus. Both legs are in lotus posture. I am endowed with the major and minor marks and radiate rainbow-colored lights. I am adorned by the 8 jeweled ornaments and the 5 silken garments. At the crown is Amitabha, and in my 3 places the syllables Om Ah Om. From a white thumb syllable in the center of the heart, light radiates, inviting the wisdom being resembling myself, together with the empowerment deities from the realm of Upanishad. They are inseparably absorbed. Thus, empowerment is bestowed, and I am marked with the seal of the Lord of the family. With their very crowns, gods and demigods pay homage at your lotus feet. Homage and praise to Mother Dara, Lady who liberates from every impoverishment. In the heart center of the transcendent Congress is a white wheel. At its hub is a thumb with Om and Tam syllables on the right and left. The thumb is surrounded by my name, or the names of those for whom I am practicing, and by the longevity mantra. In the wheel's 8 spokes are the 8 white syllables, beginning with the Da in front and revolving clockwise. Their light gathers and absorbs the splendor and power of everything animate and inanimate in samsara and nirvana. Thus I attain the supreme state of an awareness holder with mastery of life. In the 3 successive outer rings of the wheels are the vowels circling clockwise, consonants circling anti-clockwise, and in the outer ring are the syllables of the Yedharma mantra circling clockwise. As they revolve, rays of white, yellow, red, blue, green, and violet light radiate, filling the body and emanating outward, creating concentric spheres of light. In the intermediate spaces between each sphere are newly blossomed blue lotuses, whose brilliance gives rise to vitality, glory, strength, and the 4 activities.
Mother, Mother, Jaya Sava, One Mother, Mother, Jaya Sava, One Mother, Mother, Jaya Sava, One Mother, Jaya Sava, One Mother, Mother, Jaya Sava, One Mother, Mother, Jaya Sava, One Mother, Mother, Jaya Sava. Beda Dendaya Sova, Om 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 Beda Dendaya Sova. Tare de mama aya jala pone pore koro so. Tare de mama aya jala pone pore koro so. Tare de mama aya jala pone pore koro so.
jeweled vessel arisen from emptiness is the Dharma endowed with the 5 sensory pleasures. I offer it to the transcendent conquerors. Thus cause the lives of the glorious gurus and the victors' teachings to flourish, and as a result, cause the vitality of patrons and all wayfaring beings to increase. The mandala before me is a perfectly arrayed Buddha field, lovely to behold. Upon a brilliantly radiant Udamwara flower in its center is the transcendent congress, whose major and minor marks blaze with splendor. She has 1 face and 7 eyes. Her right hand is in the gesture of generosity. The left holds a blue lotus. She is adorned with silken garments and jewels. At the crown is Amitabha, and in the 3 places the syllables Om Ah Om. From the Dham in the center of her heart, light radiates. Thus, the wisdom being resembling herself is invited from Akanisha and is inseparably absorbed. When I invite you with the force of undivided faith, transcendent conquerors, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please come, regarding me with great love and compassion. When I invite you with the force of undivided faith, transcendent conquerors, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please come, regarding me with great love and compassion. Om, real and visualized offering substances, outer, inner, secret, and suchness, the 5 types of sensory pleasures, water for drink and ablution, flowers, incense, oil lamps, fragrant water, food, and music, the royal attributes, the auspicious emblems, the wealth and glory of gods and men. All these I offer as oceans of Samantabhadras offering clouds to the noble assembly.
Padam, Popam, Dopam, Alokam.
Mentally appropriating Mount Meru, the four continents and subcontinents with the enclosure, the divine abodes, the enduring 3,000 worlds adorned by Vairocana, and all things owned and not owned, I offer them to the transcendent conquerors. Anointed with fragrant water and strewn with flowers, this vast ground is adorned by Mount Meru, the four continents, sun and moon. Through my regarding it as a Buddha field and offering it, may all wayfaring beings enjoy the pure realms. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions and 3 times, I pay homage with complete sincerity. Manifesting real and visualized flowers, incense, oil, lamps, fragrance, food, music, and so forth, I make offerings. Please accept them, Assembly of the Exalted Lady. I confess the 10 non-virtues, the 5 acts without interval, and all the harmful deeds of mind controlled by delusion from beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit of whatever virtue has been accumulated in the 3 times by the hearers, self-made victors, bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. According to the interests and diverse capacities of sentient beings, please turn the wheel of Dharma of the greater, lesser, and common vehicle. Until samsara becomes void, please do not pass into nirvana, but regard with compassion sentient beings swallowed up in the ocean of suffering. As all the merit I have accumulated is the cause of awakening, may I become before long a magnificent guide of wayfaring beings. In a jeweled vessel is the Dharma, the refined essence of nectar. I offer it to the Exalted Lady. Please cause wealth and glory to increase.
Yege Hong Rabba Nalagema Saka Dema Gema Jama Dare Deja Jama Swa Oda Yada Dembe Java 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 Jama Saka Kone Kwa Kare Daya Lele Raja Gema Yege Java Kane Gobe Wa Hore Droma Jama Saka Kari Kane Kambe Koga Naba Sawanyama Rambala Beji Jatesana Yoyama Sasa Vaya Koyanambe Patata Kiatara Namba Taji Jopege Yegi Sona Mala Panasema Sasa Vaya Konjabo Tadamam Jyatema Kaya Kota Kajija Sadambala Nibasema Sadanima Kajibe Sinya Bola Wazama Harajiyo Takaraya Shadada Varalesema Sasasaya Kumakobe Java Tada Yada Demba Lola Rola Lejatana Jomaterena Toyema Tawa Kaja Tabagata Chakavala Jujata
Homage to the Venerable Arya Dara. Homage to you, Dara, the Swiss heroine, whose eyes are like an instant flash of lightning, whose waterborne face arises from the blooming lotus of Avalokiteshvara, protector of the three worlds. Homage to you, Dara, whose face is like 100 full autumn moons gathered together, blazing with the expanding light of 1,000 stars assembled. Homage to you, Dara, born from a golden blue lotus, whose hands are beautifully adorned with lotus flowers. You are the embodiment of giving, joyous effort, asceticism, pacification, patience, concentration, and all objects of practice. Homage to you, Dara, the crown pinnacle of those thus gone, whose deeds overcome infinite evils, who has attained transcendent perfections without exception, and upon whom the sons of the victorious ones rely. Homage to you, Dara, who with letters Tutara and Om fill the realms of desire, direction, and space, whose feet trample on the seven worlds, and who are able to draw all beings to you. Homage to you, Dara, venerated by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Vayu, and Ishvara, and praised by the assembly of spirits, raised corpses, Gandharvas, and all yakshas. Homage to you, Dara, whose tread and faith destroy entirely the magical wheels of others. With your right leg bent and left outstretched and pressing, you burn intensely within a whirl of fire. Homage to you, Dara, the great fearful one, whose letter Gure destroys the mighty demons completely, who with a wrathful expression on your waterborne face slay all enemies without an exception. Homage to you, Dara, whose fingers adorn your heart with the gesture of the sublime precious three, adorned with the wheel striking all directions without exception with the totality of your own rays of light. Homage to you, Dara, whose radiant crown ornament, joyful and magnificent, extends a garland of light, and who by your laughter of Tudara conquer the demons and all the worlds. Homage to you, Dara, who are able to invoke the entire assembly of local protectors, whose wrathful expression fiercely shakes, rescuing the impoverished through the letter home. Homage to you, Dara, whose crown is adorned with the crescent moon, wearing ornaments exceedingly bright. From your hair knot, the Buddha Amitabha radiates eternally with great beams of light. Homage to you, Dara, who dwell within a blazing garland that resembles the fire at the end of this world age. Surrounded by joy, you sit with your right leg extended and left withdrawn, completely destroying all the masses of enemies. Homage to you, Dara, with hand on the ground by your side, pressing your heel and stamping your foot on the earth. With a radical glance from your eyes, you subdue all seven levels through the syllable home. Homage to you, Dara, O happy, virtuous, and peaceful one, the very object of practice, pass beyond sorrow. You are perfectly endowed with Svaha and Om, overcoming completely all the great evils. Homage to you, Dara, surrounded by the joyous ones. You completely subdue the bodies of all enemies. Your speech is adorned with the 10 syllables, and you rescue all through the knowledge letter home. Homage to you, Dara, stamping your feet and proclaiming Gure. Your seed syllable itself is erected home causes Meru, Mandara, and the Vindhya mountains and all the three worlds to tremble and shake. Homage to you, Dara, who hold in your hand the air marked moon like the celestial ocean. By uttering Dara twice in the letter K, you dispel all poisons without an exception. Homage to you, Dara, upon whom the kings of the assembled gods, the gods themselves and all Kinaras rely, whose magnificent armor gives joy to all. You who dispel all disputes in that phase. Homage to you, Dara, whose two eyes, the sun and moon, radiate an excellent illuminating light. By uttering Hara twice and Dara, you dispel all violent epidemic disease. Homage to you, Dara, adorned by the three substances, perfectly endowed with the power of serenity. You who destroy the host of evil spirits, raise corpses and yakshas, O good, most excellent and sublime. This concludes this praise of the root mantra and the offering of the 21 homages. Aryadhara, through your compassion, the two obscurations of myself and wayfaring beings are cleansed, and the two accumulations are perfected. In all lifetimes, the harm caused by the 8 or 16 perils is pacified, and practice merits, spiritual teachings, and wealth increase. May all wayfarers be freed from danger and attain awakening like yours. So we'll take a 20-minute break and return at 3:40. Endowed with the 5 sensory pleasures, I offer it to the transcendent conquerors. Thus cause the lives of the glorious gurus and the victors' teachings to flourish, and as a result, cause the vitality of patrons and all wayfaring beings to increase. The mandala before me is a perfectly arrayed Buddha field, lovely to behold. Upon a brilliantly radiant Udamwara flower in its center is the transcendent conqueress, whose major and minor marks blaze with splendor. She has one face and 7 eyes. Her right hand is in the gesture of generosity. The left holds a blue lotus. She is adorned with silken garments and jewels. At the crown is Amitabha, and in the 3 places the syllables Om Ah Hom. From the Dham in the center of her heart, light radiates. Thus, the wisdom being resembling herself is invited from Akanishta and is inseparably absorbed. Of undivided faith, transcendent congress, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please come, regarding me with great love and compassion. Of undivided faith, transcendent conquerors, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, please come, regarding me with great love and compassion. Om, real and visualized offering substances, outer, inner, secret, and suchness, the 5 types of sensory pleasures, water for drink and ablution, flowers, incense, oil lamps, fragrant water, food, and music, the royal attributes, the auspicious emblems, the wealth and glory of gods and men. All these I offer as oceans of Samantabhadra's offering clouds to the noble assembly. appropriating Mount Meru, the 4 continents and subcontinents with the enclosure, the divine abodes, the enduring 3,000 worlds adorned by Vairocana, and all things owned and not owned, I offer them to the transcendent conquerors. Anointed with fragrant water and strewn with flowers, this vast ground is adorned by Mount Meru, the 4 continents, sun and moon. Through my regarding it as a Buddha field and offering it, may all wayfaring beings enjoy the pure realms. Noble Lady Aryatara, and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions and 3 times, I pay homage with complete sincerity. Manifesting real and visualized flowers, incense, oil lamps, fragrance, food, music, and so forth, I make offering. Please accept them, Assembly of the Exalted Lady. Possess the 10 non-virtues, the 5 acts without interval, and all the harmful deeds of mind controlled by delusion from beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit of whatever virtue has been accumulated in the 3 times by the hearers, self-made victors, bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. According to the interests and diverse capacities of sentient beings, please turn the wheel of Dharma of the greater, lesser, and common vehicles. Until samsara becomes void, please do not pass into nirvana, but regard with compassion sentient beings swallowed up in the ocean of suffering. As all the merit I have accumulated is the cause of awakening, may I become before long a magnificent guide of wayfaring beings. jeweled vessel is the dharma, the refined essence of nectar. I offer it to the exalted lady. Please cause wealth and glory to increase. homage to the Venerable Arya Dara. Homage to you, Dara, the swift heroine, whose eyes are like an instant flash of lightning, whose waterborne face arises from the blooming lotus of Avalokiteshvara, protector of the three worlds. Homage to you, Dara, whose face is like 100 full autumn moons gathered together, blazing with the expanding light of 1,000 stars assembled. Homage to you, Dara, born from a golden blue lotus, whose hands are beautifully adorned with lotus flowers. You are the embodiment of giving, asceticism, pacification, patience, concentration, and all objects of practice. Homage to you, Dara, the crown pinnacle of those thus gone, whose deeds overcome infinite evils, who has attained transcendent perfections without exception, and upon whom the sons of the victorious ones rely. Homage to you, Dara, who with letters Tutara and Home fill the realms of desire, direction, and space, whose feet trample on the seven worlds, and who are able to draw all beings to you. Homage to you, Dara, venerated by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Vayu, and Ishvara, and praised by the assembly of spirits, raised corpses, Gandharvas, and all Yakshas. Homage to you, Dara, whose tread and peg destroy entirely the magical wheels of others. With your right leg bent and left outstretched and pressing, you burn intensely within a whirl of fire. Homage to you, Dara, the great fearful one, whose letter Dure destroys the mighty demons completely, who with a wrathful expression on your waterborne face slay all enemies without an exception. Homage to you, Dara, whose fingers adorn your heart with the gesture of the sublime precious three, adorned with the wheel striking all directions without exception with the totality of your own rays of light. Homage to you, Dara, whose radiant crown ornament, joyful and magnificent, extends a garland of light, and who, by your laughter of Tudara, conquer the demons and all of the worlds. Homage to you, Dara, who are able to invoke the entire assembly of local protectors, whose wrathful expression fiercely shakes, rescuing the impoverished through the letter Home. Homage to you, Dara, whose crown is adorned with the crescent moon, wearing ornaments exceedingly bright. From your hair knot, the Buddha Amitabha radiates eternally with great beams of light. Homage to you, Dara, who dwell within a blazing garland that resembles the fire at the end of this world age. Surrounded by joy, you sit with your right leg extended and left withdrawn, completely destroying all the masses of enemies. Homage to you, Dara, with hand on the ground by your side, pressing your heel and stamping your foot on the earth. With a wrathful glance from your eyes, you subdue all 7 levels through the syllable Home. Homage to you, Dara, O happy, virtuous, and peaceful one, the very object of practice, past beyond sorrow. You are perfectly endowed with Svaha and Om, overcoming completely all the great evils. Homage to you, Dara, surrounded by the joyous ones. You completely subdue the bodies of all enemies. Your speech is adorned with the 10 syllables, and you rescue all through the knowledge letter Home. Homage to you, Dara, stamping your feet and proclaiming Dure. Your seed syllable itself, in the aspect of Home, causes Meru, Mandara, and the Vindhya mountains and all the 3 worlds to tremble and shake. Homage to you, Dara, who hold in your hand the hair-marked moon like the celestial ocean. By uttering Dara twice and the letter Pe, you dispel all poisons without an exception. Homage to you, Dara, upon whom the kings of the assembled gods, the gods themselves, and all Kinaras rely, whose magnificent armor gives joy to all. You dispel all disputes and bad dreams. Homage to you, Dara, whose 2 eyes, the sun and moon, radiate an excellent illuminating light. By uttering Hara twice and Tutara, you dispel all violent epidemic disease. Homage to you, Dara, adorned by the 3 suchnesses, perfectly endowed with the power of serenity. You who destroy the host of evil spirits, raised corpses, and yakshas, O Dure, most excellent and sublime. This concludes this praise of the root mantra and the offering of the 21 homages.
Yeah.
Jana, through your compassion, the two obscurations of myself and wayfaring beings are cleansed, and the two accumulations are protected. In all lifetimes, the harm caused by the 8 or 16 perils is pacified, and practice merits, spiritual teachings, and wealth increase. May all wayfarers be freed from danger and attain awakening like yours. So we'll take a 20-minute break and return at 3:40. Exalted Lady is a white thumb surrounded by the mantra garland. It radiates light that accomplishes the two objectives and enriches vitality and glory.
Mama 전자다 이파 갈래 꼬리는 서 아 조건 아 산이 백부터 도마 같이 오는 조건 산이 그때 산이 한 백부터 도마에 그래서 그것도 다른 서 백부터 산이 네 이제 도구가 보면 아 올데
Rinpoche will be offering a tiny protection image of the heart chakra visualization of White Tara. This chakra has the English syllables of the seed syllable and the mantra and the alphabet and so forth. And he is intending to distribute them tomorrow at the conclusion of the practice. However, for those of you who will not be here tomorrow and who will need to leave today, he would like to distribute them today before you go. So having engaged in an accomplishment practice such as this, it is of extreme benefit if after that we can play the CD of the mantra, or if we can wear this protection wheel on our bodies. And actually their benefit is the same. When we wear this protection wheel, it will be a cause for our mindful awareness to be refreshed again and again, in the same way that our mindful awareness is refreshed whenever we listen to a recording of the mantra of the deity. So you can keep this protection wheel in a gao, in a locket, and wear it on your person, and it will become a condition for you to recall again and again the sound of the mantra in your mind. And so, in general, when one wears these protection wheels, it is of great benefit because the deity has great love for us, and by wearing something symbolic of the deity on our person, it is as though we have an immediate and direct connection with that love at all times. Just like a mother has great love for her child, and so we can connect with the love of the deity. Likewise, if you have children, even if the children are too young to know anything at all about the Dharma or the practice, still you can give a wheel like this for them to wear on their bodies, and it brings great benefit and protection to them. And so however many children you might have, please feel free to take however many of these wheels that you would need.
이거는 바람을 처음에 너무 떼 처음에 소리 나는 게 봐봐. 내가 어떻게 할지 이 소리 내가 소리 나는 게야. 내가 어떻게
And so, in general, when we engage in an accomplishment practice such as this, it, as I said before, creates very positive propensities in our mind streams. If you know anything of the activities of the great Drigum Lama Zhuang Rinpoche, he is known for traveling to different places and leading accomplishment practices such as this, where people come together in groups and engage in the recitation of the mantra. And these practices are very precious because we have heard a lot of teachings already, but we very rarely have the opportunity to go into retreat or to do extensive practice on our own. Yet, when we can engage in one of these group accomplishment practices, then we can really habituate the practice and how it's done and get used to doing the mantra recitation together and so forth. And then in the future, even if we don't meet gurus and spiritual guides for even 5 or 10 years, still we will have something that we can practice together as a group. If we meet together as 5 or 7 or 10 disciples, we can do such a practice as this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, for however long. And so having had the experience of this group accomplishment practice, then we can carry it on among ourselves, even if there is no guru present. And so this is a very effective way of practicing. So in the best of circumstances, disciples can gather together for a full 7 days to engage a practice such as this. But even if this is not possible, they can meet together for 1 day, or even for a single hour. It will be fine for disciples to gather together and practice even for just 1 hour. Otherwise, you can arrange to do this on weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays, whenever you have time off. And those senior students who are familiar with the practice can teach the new ones how it is done. And likewise, the new disciples can ask questions about how it is done. So this is really of great benefit. And then if we have a tradition in Tibet that when people are ill or dying, that their family members or friends will make offerings to monastics and to lamas to perform pujas and ceremonies on their behalf. And actually, the greatest benefit is if fellow practitioners and disciples can meet together and do this kind of practice. And so this is really the same thing as having a lama or spiritual master do these long life ceremonies. And so And it doesn't really matter which deity is being practiced. It can be Chandrazig, we can gather together to recite the Mani Mantra, or any other deity. But in any case, even to do this for just one day is of great benefit. If we are able to maintain the recitation throughout night sessions, this is extremely beneficial. Of course, when there are more complex practices, such as the Myune, it is a little bit difficult to learn all of the rituals and maintain that. But for a practice such as the one we're doing now, it is quite simple, and we can hold the sessions day and night. So you can gather together and practice these kinds of accomplishment practices. We have translated texts of Chandrazig, Buddha Amitabha, Guru Rinpoche, Aryatara, and Vajrakilara, and it is of extreme benefit to gather together and choose one of these to practice. And if you should need any help with obtaining the texts, we can help you with that. Likewise, it is really good to distribute this image of the White Tar heart chakra, which is in the back, or at the end of the texts that have been distributed. You can make them very tiny, as Rinpoche has been showing. And they bring great benefit. We can distribute them to anyone. And even when someone has passed away, to place this wheel of protection on their bodies is of extremely great benefit. However much we can distribute this heart chakra wheel, then it will bring great benefit to the beings of the God realms, to gods, spirits, and humans. So when people call me and they say, "Oh, my spouse is sick, please say prayers," and so forth, I'm always advising them, you recite the mantra of Tara. And it's really true that there's great benefit from those who are close engaging the recitation. We shouldn't always think that we need to rely on a guru or a master to do this. Whenever we engage the recitation for ourselves, it's as though we have kind of a direct line to the blessings of the deity. And we can bring manifest benefit to a person who is sick or dying through engaging a practice such as this. And so it's as though we kind of, if we want to get in touch with somebody, we need their contact information, we need their phone number. And so if we understand that we ourselves can recite the mantra of the deity. It's as though we've got the deity's phone number. We can bring them up, receive the blessing at any time. We don't have to rely on a third party to do this for us. And so, of course, when we request mantras be recited on our behalf, the Guru can engage the recitation. We ourselves can engage the recitation, those who are making the request and sponsoring the practice. And this will be of great benefit.
Thank you.
Exalted Goddess, Mother Tara, you dwell within the Mother, the uncreated ultimate sphere. Bestower of bliss on all sentient beings, please deliver me from every peril. Unaware that the mind itself is Dharmakaya, my mothers, sentient beings who wander cyclic existence, have fallen under the sway of delusion. Divine Mother, please deliver them. In the mind streams of some, Dharma has not arisen from the depths. Chasing after sophistries, they are deceived by errant dogma. Authentic Mother Goddess, please deliver them. Some, having seen the mind itself, so difficult to realize, do not habituate it, but become distracted by errant action. Mother Goddess of mindfulness, please deliver them. Through the habit of dualistic grasping at the mind that is self-existing non-dual wisdom, some are fettered no matter what they do. Goddess of non-dual mind, please deliver them. Though they have abided by the perfect meaning, because they are unconscious of the interdependence of cause and effect, some are confused about the meaning of knowable things. Mother Goddess of Omniscience, please deliver them. Endowed with the attribute of unelaborated space, all things are indistinguishable from space. Even so, the ones who are disciples do not realize this. Mother of perfect Buddhahood, please deliver them. With their very crowns, gods and demigods pay homage at your With their very crowns, gods and demigods pay homage at your lotus feet. Homage and praise to Mother Dara, Lady who liberates from every impoverishment. Due to deficiency, imperfection, and my deluded mind, it is fitting that true accomplishments be conferred. Although you abide together with this image here in the phenomenal world, please fully bestow vitality free from disease, power, wealth, and the like, as well as the supreme siddhi.
나도 지금 시랍 됐던 게 느끼는 거죠. 그래서 지금 시랍 올라왔더니 내가 또 생각하면서 그래서 그 앞에 다 똑바로 요리해서 공대에 다